happened with Alex Abyss leaving Psychopathic Records?
Oh, shit. We'll never know 100%. We never will know. We know what we were spoon-fed, you know. I mean, long story short, he had told us that, you know, that somebody had shot up his house, almost shot his pregnant wife.
Hold on, go tell the whole story.
That's what broke it up, though. You know what I'm saying?
No, well, here, let me just add one thing before you get to that.
Well, I was just gonna super fucking outline it, so go ahead.
Well, he said to us, look, we've accomplished every dream we set out to
Yeah,
do.
this was like way before that.
He said we wanted a platinum record, we got it. We wanted, you know, we accomplished every dream we set to do. He said, you guys came to me and asked me if I'd manage you. This was never my dream. You know what I mean? He said, but I've had a great time doing this. We've been successful. He said, I'm going to give this 5 more years, and then I'm going to go do something else. And we were like, we can't diss that. Like, that, you know, we fully support you. That's dope, you know?
Career, yeah.
About a year and a half later is when this happened. You know what I mean? And there's just so many questions to it.
It was just it was Memorial Day weekend. I remember it 100% when it happened and shit. Yeah, somebody had shot. I guess they were in his backyard and shot through the walls of his house.
With a gun was in his backyard.
Yeah, with a shotgun because he went through multiple walls.
I got the story firsthand from Alex. You want me to?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
So he
I got two, but
he claims he was sitting at watching TV
with his wife.
With his wife.
Because he said the dog he got from me barked.
He was sitting in a back room. There was a window that faces the back of the house. The curtain, there was like sliders that came all the way down, but there was like a foot revealing just the bottom foot of the window, and he saw 2 sets of feet going across, and then somebody was in his back door, which has a glass window, and shot a shotgun through the window, and the blast landed right next to his head. You know what I mean? But he was already kind of getting up off the chair because he seen the feet going across, like, who the fuck is this? And then the blast hit, and he ran with his wife. They ran up to into his bedroom, grabbed a pistol, and was laying on the floor just aiming at the door. Anybody that came through that door, he was going to shoot him, you know? But they never did. They just took that shot, and then they took off. So then the cops showed up. They interviewed everybody. They were asking them who would try to kill Alex. And the thing about Alex is he was the coolest motherfucker if he knew you and respected you, but he could be kind of an asshole and a dickhead if he didn't respect you or didn't know you. So he, through the course of the whole career, he pissed off a lot of people. You know what I mean? Just his interactions with people.
We used to say, we used to joke and say, Alex is a snake, but he's on our side.
Yeah,
he's our snake.
Yeah.
So he pissed off a lot of people. So
and that's just in the business. I mean, he also, like, you know, him and his brother would gamble and all that shit. So who knows?
Him and his brother.
Who the fuck? If indeed somebody did shoot him.
This is what I want to say, because when I look back and I think about this, he hated his brother. He loathed his brother. It was the story he always told us. He loathed him. They never got along. He hated his brother. The strangest thing for me when the shooting happened was Alex called me and he said, like, I picked up the phone. He was like, I'm done. I'm leaving. I'm done, you know? And I was like, what's going on? Calm down. He's like, I'm done. You know, he just kept stressing he's done. And I was like, I got it, Alex. What happened? He's like, somebody tried to kill me, you know? You guys need to come over here tomorrow and we'll explain everything to you, man. But I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm gone, you know? And we were like, all right, Alex.
I'm out like in 2 days.
If somebody wanted to kill you,
You'd be dead.
It would be us dying. If somebody was
Why would it be him and not us?
Yeah.
Why would they kill one of us? Like, we're still going. He said he's leaving the music industry because somebody in music, you know, somebody is trying to end ICP. That's what he was stuck on. If somebody's trying to kill him,
Do you think that was true?
And he's like,
because why wouldn't we be
because he was like, I suggest you guys get the fuck out of Dodge, quit rapping, get out of the fucking business, move fucking somewhere very secluded.
Now here's what's most crazy.
I'm like, the fuck out of here.
When I went to his house, because he wanted us to come to his house and he wanted to show us exactly what happened. It wasn't necessary, but he wanted to. For some strange reason, his brother was standing there in the corner, not saying anything, his older brother. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, these guys hate each other. But his brother was just there, like, you know, it was very strange. And I don't know what that was about. But I do know that his brother, there's so many things we don't know, is what I know. His brother was very much into horse racing. Alex came to us at one point and he said he wants to buy like 4 horses.
Yeah,
he wants to invest some of Psychopathic's money into racehorses, you know? And we're like, where's this coming from? And he's like, my brother. And we're like, you hate your brother. You know what I mean? He's like, well, we're trying to work it out. You know, my brother wants me to buy these horses. So we're like, all right. So he bought these horses. That was the last we ever heard of the horses.
Well, I went better. When we first got him, I went.
Yeah, we watched the horses.
I lost my ass on.
Yeah, we all did. We never heard of the horses again.
After that,
like, there was no point where he sold the horses. We don't know what happened to the horses. I don't know if that had anything to do with anything. Maybe not. I know Alex was a gambler. All right. There's just all sorts of speculation. But what's most weird, though, Chris, what was most weird is he said, I'm leaving town and nobody can know where I'm at, not even you guys. And he never told us. He just bailed.
What was the best thing that Alex did for the company, and what was the worst thing that Alex did?
The best thing was being there financially in the beginning. He had $4,000 that we crucially needed.
Right.
You know
and a cell phone. And a fucking cell phone.
That's what recorded. That's what recorded Dog Beats. Yeah. We needed that $4,000. We didn't have the fucking money. We were broke. You know, he had $4,000.
And we didn't approach him like, yo, we just need your money. We approached him like, yo, we want you to be our partner in business with us. You know, we were just like trying to get at him to use him or nothing like that.
His brother owned a record store that Alex worked at, and my brother knew Alex from school. So when we came out with our basement tape, which was basically just a dubbed cassette, you know, with not even shrink wrap, it was just a dubbed Maxwell cassette. My brother was like, you should take that up to Alex's store and he'll sell them. You know, so we did. We went up there with like 5, and the next day Alex was like, I sold them all. We couldn't believe that. We were like, what? First of all, I never heard of anybody like buying a cassette that's not a actual press cassette. Right. It's a Maxwell fucking, is it real or is it Memorex or whatever? It was a fucking just blank cassette with, you know, and yet he was selling them. So then we used to go up there and hang out in the back room and watch Alex push people on this cassette. Like, you need to buy this shit, you know? And that's why when we got the idea, let's ask him to be our manager and ask him to invest some money into us. And he did. He invested for it. That was when Alex was most, I would say that was his, to be there in the beginning, the very
He was
very
key getting it off.
Right. The worst thing he did was taking off like he did because do you want to talk about the money split? Like,
Sure. I mean, it's a shoot interview.
So basically, when he was leaving, he was like, "I'm taking off. I'm leaving." He was like, "All right, we got $3 million in the bank. I'm gonna give $1 million to." He gave $1 million to Joey, $1 million to Joe, and then he kept $1 million for himself. And then Joe.
And then
was
I
like,
said, "Wait a minute."
He was like, "That's all we got in the bank, right?" That's
Yeah, Alex was like, "That's what we got." And I never even questioned, really? So I get exactly $1 million?
Right.
Like, you divided the money up, and I get exactly $1 million. So there's no 1 million point, you know, just $1 million.
But on top of that, when that was going down, I wasn't thinking about the fact of how many times I've been at his house and just got like fucking boot boxes stuffed full of fucking cash and hundreds of thousands of dollars
hide money
at a
from the
time. You know, so
government,
we had to crawl up in his attic. He'd crawl way back and pull up these boxes full of fucking like work boot boxes, just fucking.
There's just no way.
Like $250,000. We just like, here, take this home, put it somewhere safe.
So check it out. He gave us. We met at Green's Hamburgers, which is like a what do they call it, braised hamburgers or something?
Yeah,
just one of those little white places on the corner with greasy spoons.
Place, yeah.
We met there. He gave me a check for $1 million. Gave Joey a check for $1 million. He's like, I got a check for $1 million. And then we're like, what about Billy? Billy's a Don. And he was like, you're right. So then he cut a check for Billy. But
For
we
$1
didn't
million?
have to ante up. No, but we didn't have to ante up any money.
So there was money left over.
He just cut it.
Right.
Cut the check.
Where is he
And we
now?
were
And
like,
what's
where'd that come from?
your relationship?
We don't
with
have
him?
one. We don't know,
So-
and we don't have one.
Do you know where he's at?
No.
Yeah, so
we know he floats around Detroit every now and then.
All right,
but
so
that's
check
all we
this
know.
out.
So how much money do you think he took from you?
Well,
Fuck,
it's all speculation.
It's speculation, but there's no. I
But-
know, knowing him. Come on, man. Knowing him,
Millions.
There's no way he left with $1 million like we did. I mean, that's just ridiculous.
With just $1 million.
He left. He cut everybody off, including me. I didn't have his phone number, his email. I didn't know where he was at, and that was it. Like
And that was the worst thing.
He like erased everybody. You know what I mean?
That was the
Like,
worst thing because we were cool. We were friends.
Right, it was more than
It's like, you don't
business,
trust us? Really?
Right.
Like, you think we're going to get that number out? Like, like, he was like, somebody's trying to kill me. You know, we're just like, Alex, so you're going to bail on us and we don't even get to know where you live or nothing? No, he was just gone.
So then he would come into town and he would be hanging with some, like in the circle of friends that we had. Like he'd be hanging with them, but then he'd be gone and I'd hear about it later. Like Alex was in town for a couple days and he wouldn't hit me up or anybody.
we think the reason why we didn't get to know where he lived is because we think he was running from us. We think he left with a shitload of money. And I'll tell you why I think that. Because Alex was our manager during ICP's most lucrative years, all right? Billy filled in for Alex. Billy slid behind the big desk. And I would say, we also had a guy who was the money man, the accountant or something.
Yeah.
Rocket, remember?
Yeah, Rocket. Sure.
Yeah, he came in and he talked to us about surviving without Alex. And he was like, there's no chance.
He was Alex's partner, though.
But you know,
Yeah.
Alex, that's the only one that stayed in contact with
Right.
Alex and Ron.
Yeah, and Ron was telling us, there's no chance. You guys will never do it, you know? And I remember I stood up and I started screaming. Like, I was always real cool with Ron, but I stood up and started screaming. I'm like, you gonna doubt us, motherfucker? We don't need you then, you know? I was like, you like, saying tell us there's no chance? We can never leave and not be an ICP no more.
Right.
What the fuck are we gonna do?
You're gonna get a job at fucking Jack in the
bills
Box,
fall
right?
off, you know what I mean? Like, and I was like, fuck you for not believing in us, you know what I mean? And fuck what you're saying. And all I know is 12 months later, there was $3 million back in the bank. Okay? So figure that.
Back in the bank.
well,
we
just,
were
just
where
from working. Like,
we were.
just from
The company was
touring
where
and
it
working.
was when Alex left.
Right.
A year
You
later.
made the money back
Right.
that he.
Yeah. That's
And
how much money was
Alex is
coming
coming
in.
off the most lucrative years.
Right.
This is why we speculate like we do.
Right.
Because
for
Billy
like 10,
was like
10 years of like stupid money coming in.
we
You
always
know,
talked
yeah.
about starting a video department. We always talked about starting a radio station, internet radio station. All these things. We couldn't never get it started. When Billy came in, we started it all. You know what I mean? And we had things back to where they were when Alex left in the account. You know, because we were wondering, are we in debt? What's going on?
Yeah,
We also had a $500,000 bill for disc makers.
Yeah.
Right.
He
that
left
was
us, but then he didn't
left
mention to anybody.
Right.
We owed the manufacturers that press our CDs up $500,000. Alex never made mention of that to any of us. You know.
All right, we're going to take a quick break here.